Thank you very much, Trevor, for waffling. Always appreciated to buy me a little bit of time to set up here. Of course, I am joined by Maxlor, the interview king from Giants, the jungler king as well. Coming off of that, I mean, pretty confident 2-0 over Vitality. Trevor mentioned you guys have a pretty easy schedule. Now, are you guys looking at the matches right in front of you, or are you more focused on playoffs as you guys get closer and closer to locking it in?
I mean, we always holy. Okay, I mean, we always talk about playoffs, but I think the Koreans always say just win and then talk, you know. So like we get a little excited, but we calm ourselves down forcefully and just look at each game by game, you know.
So just so you guys know, just to update you, you know, if Schalke loses their next set to G2, if they get 2-0 by G2, you guys are confirmed locked for playoffs.
I know. I heard that if we 2-0 today and yesterday, then we are confirmed playoffs. But yeah, or 7th place. That's what I heard. But yeah, hopefully Schalke lose, no flame. Who are they playing against? G2?
They're playing against G2.
So they're going to lose, and we will be playoffs.
All right, it's a lot of confidence coming in. Now, moving forward, one of my big questions is, you talked a lot yesterday about making calls, not worrying about listening to your teammates, but making decisive calls when it counts. Do you think that's something that's going to be easy for you to keep up in a best-of-5 scenario? Do you feel like you're ready for that level of pressure?
I think, to be honest, I don't think I'm ready for it because I can see the best-of-5 each game being 30 or 40 minutes long, and scrims are kind of like 5 games, you know, and normally scrims are like over in 10 or 20 minutes. So, and you know, if worse comes to worse and we have to play 5 games in playoffs and they're all 30 to 40 minutes each, I don't know how well we'll do. Like, I know we'll do good at the start, but I don't know if we have enough stamina to pull through.
Do you think that there's anything that you can do to prepare for that, or are you guys just ready for a new experience and just hoping for the best at this point?
I mean, we can prepare and like just make scrims last 30 or 40 minutes, but it might not work for the opposing team as well, or even us. So I guess we're just going to hope for the best.
All right, final question. Where do you want to place after playoffs if you make it? What is your goal for Giants this split?
Win Worlds.
All right. Thank you very much for the chat, Maxlor. I think confident predictions coming in. Of course, we're going to head back on over to the caster desk to announce that player of the game for Game 2.
Thank you very much. I'm a really big fan of that answer.
Yeah.
Aim high. That's what you're here to do. You should be competing to be the best. That's what you should aspire to do.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yes.
That's an aspiration for sure. I think a lot of people look at that and be like, oh, he's trolling. I mean, in some sense, if you always aim for the highest prize, at least if that's your end goal,
yes,
then the motivation is there.
Correct.
It's just about putting in the work to get there.
It's also a different...
a lot of work.
It's also a different mindset, right? It's like, oh yeah, we want to be the best we can be. We want to not be crap. You know what I mean? Like, you're playing to win. You're not playing to not lose.
That's fair.
In my mind.
And honestly, I kind of have to admire it in some respect. I think... Yeah. Not a likely goal. Don't let your dreams be dreams, though. Try and go forward for it.
Exactly. Well, somebody whose dreams are not going to be dreams. Player of the game for this one. We did vote, and it does turn out to be Hustlin. I voted for him personally.
Yeah,
I thought his Alistair was good. A little discussion, it just helped me process my thoughts.
Yeah, the more I thought about it, I was like, Alistair had a couple of good knockups, you know, in every fight, 100% kill participation.
You know, I think we might actually have one of those fights where we can demonstrate it. Is that right, guys? Could we get that replay onto the screen? Fantastic!
This is all rigged.
Who would have guessed?
This was one of these examples of Shook being out of position. There was the initial knockup from Hustlin, knocks him back, and then they just follow the rest of the fight. Honestly, a good performance from Hustlin. We know he prefers the tankier supports. He's played a bit of Taric, played a couple of other champions like the Nautilus early on in the split.
11 games on Braum coming into this week out of 20, now 30. That's a lot of games.
That's his preferred style.
Yeah.
Kind of fell out of the meta a little bit, but he's getting back up there on them.
And you heard exactly what Sifu was saying, and we've said a few times as well. If G2, 2-0, SO4, then that means Giants are guaranteed into the playoffs.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
It's a lot of numbers.
It's as easy as that. We will be getting ready for an ad break in just a moment or two, but for Vitality, time is running out. Their oppositions include G2 Esports next week and then Schalke. So they need to somehow get a point from G2, and ideally 2-0 Schalke, because that could be a determining factor in the you know, 7th, 8th, which is safe spot versus promo tournaments.
Yeah, if time is running out at this point, Vitality in this last week are going to have to try and find some sort of muse for inspiration to try and get themselves back. Because they are not looking like the Vitality we've seen in previous splits. It feels like Vitality are still not quite recovering from their poor playoff performance last split. I mean, Vitality this split have not looked consistent in any respect.
It's been a downward spiral. 3 wins, 7 draws, and 6 losses across the split. It's just not been good, and it's something that Vitality as a team, they may have run out of time. Ladies and gentlemen, after the break, we will have our first game of our next series between the Unicorns of Love and Roccat. Stay with us. Forward, but he connects to the cocoon. Gets sentence as well. Exhaust comes down to police, but it might be too late. They've traded 1-for-1. Both junglers are down as Hustlin follows quickly. The Stand United wasn't allowed long enough. Sonstar's flashed forward looking for more. Knocker, gravity field stun. Cabo forced to run for his life. Giants chained the CC to perfection. A fadeaway culling from police as Cabo gets dropped by Knight. Ray on the Chaos Storm kills Cabo before he can even Stand United. Nuke Duck is nuked. It's a triple kill for Knight. The inhibitor.